Hey, this is Terry with the Des Moines, Iowa User Group, and I have been so swamped and behind on getting videos processed and updated for you. This particular video is from our sponsor from the Des Moines User Group that was back on the 18th. Xappex is one of my favorite products. It's a go-to for me almost on every project that has anything to do with data. It is the tool that I recommend to clients, probably in the top two tools that I would recommend to clients. So I love this tool. Alex is going to do the presentation for you. He is the owner, the designer of the tool. He is a fantastic guy. You're going to love this presentation. Take a listen.
All right, thank you, Terry. Hey guys, my name is Alex. I represent Xappex. We basically specialize in integrations between all kinds of spreadsheets and Salesforce. I think some of you, we might have met a couple of years ago. Terry was kind enough to invite me to Des Moines in person. So I did a presentation of our Excel plugin. And today I'm going to do something different. Again, a similar plugin with almost the same name, but we over these years we developed a new 365 version of it. It works in the new Excel everywhere. Excel Online, Excel for Windows, across platform. And as a little thank you for your time today, I'm gonna be offering a free license to whoever likes what they see here on the screen. So again, I'll show you my email address. I'll show my the website address at the end, and you can always reach out to me or Terry for information. So with that, let me go ahead and share my screen. Can you see my Excel, Terry? All right, perfect. So the plugin that I'm going to demo today is an Excel. You can think about it as a data loader in Excel. With a little bit more capabilities here. So, and it's installed from the Microsoft Store. You'll find it if you click on Insert My Add-ins, go to the store, and you can install it. Again, I'll give you the website, and all the instructions are there at the end. And it shows in your Excel. I'm on a Mac right now, but if you were on Windows, it would be the same way. Even in Excel online in the browser, you'd see it. It's the same way. On the right, there's a little pane here. And what it does is basically it pulls data from Salesforce and pushes data back to Salesforce. That's all it is. There are two options to do the pulls. I'm going to start with reports, but I'm not going to run any reports. I'll just show you because it's the easiest thing you can do. All your reports will show up in the list. You can select them and run. So actually, I can run one. So let me see if I can just hit one and run and put it in Excel. It's very fast. So the plugin that I was demoing last time was for Windows only, and it even it works on Windows. It's native installed COM add-in, and it works a lot slower than this web add-on. The Microsoft did a good job with integration here. We did a good job, so it came up really well. So you can see the report just came in instantly. I'm going to get rid of that because that's not the main thing I wanted to show to you. And now I'm gonna run a SQL query, which you guys are probably all familiar with the language. Again, I just do it to pull some data from Salesforce, and I'll show you how to manipulate this data and push it back, insert, update, etc. So I'm gonna select some fields here. You have a nice query builder. You can do, let me do just regular fields. You can do filters manager. Let's do stage. So if we were to filter by stage, where stage name equals to, I'll just pick a random one. And then I'll show you one little trick that we can do here that comes in very handy for our customers who, some of the customers are actually just pulling data from Salesforce. They would pull multiple data sources, multiple reports or SQL queries, and then assemble, massage the data, put together a pivot table on the main page in Excel. And as the one hit of a button, I'll refresh all, it pulls multiple data sources from Salesforce. You can even do multiple Salesforce orgs, but usually it's one. So you pull it, and your pivot table nicely summarize the data, and you get the information that you otherwise would not be able to pull from Salesforce directly. So that said, let me replace this stage name with a cell address, and that's why I put a little drop down here in Excel at B1. So I'll put a that's a dynamic basically field here that looks at your Excel, and whatever is there, it will substitute in the query before running. You have a nice query preview, so you can test your dynamic things. If I change that and recalculate it, you see it changes. Under options, I'm going to check this, that creates the pick list for pick list values, for pick list columns. That will create nice drop downs in the data. And I'm going to change the start cell where to put my data to A4. So that it just comes right below the stage selector. And I don't want to create a new sheet. So I just want to put it here. So let me pull that. So, and that's it. So you get the data source connected to your spreadsheet, and like that, you can easily select a new stage, hit refresh, and it repulls the data based on my selection. So it's like a nice little template to pull your data. And now let me transition over to the push part, and that's the next tab here, which is probably familiar to most of you. If you ever use data loader, you would do this, like using CSV files and spending a lot of time dealing with all the error and success files, and etc. So what I'm going to do here, I'll just work on my data, and you can see all the numbers are the same because I've done it multiple times. So I'm just punching in random numbers here. So let's say we wanted to just change our amounts and opportunities, and change from the stage name from closed last to closed one. I'll do it for a subset of opportunities, but let's do 30, I'll go 25, right? So by default, the tool works based off of a selection. So you can select data anywhere in this range. It can be any column. And let's do update. So I pull the IDs, so the update will work. I can hit on that. The object is automatically selected here. This is the mappings, and again, it's all because I pulled using a SQL query. We know which columns represent which fields, so it's automatically mapped. I save that, but it makes you review the mappings and save the mappings because mappings are kind of important in this case. And that's it. So I can quickly run my update, and the data will get uploaded to Salesforce, and the results will get returned right here, one column over, so that you see the result for every row. If there's a validation rule error, or there's a trigger firing and throwing an error, you'll see it right away what happened. You can go back, correct the data, re-upload. You can also do all kinds of things with filtering. So if I were to filter my data, let's say like this, right? And basically select all of it and do an update. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me go back. So I don't do the update again. So the way we designed it is whenever you do a DML operation, which is like update, insert, upsert, or delete, we save the mappings and all the settings associated with the mappings in the spreadsheet, and we call it a flow step. Flow step is one set of mappings. You can have multiple, so you can upload to multiple objects. I just have one, and this is reusable. So it is stored inside of the sheet, and you can give that sheet to that document, I should say, the workbook, to your colleague, and the colleague will be able to just click on that button, and it runs no UI, and it just does whatever is saved, whatever is set up in this little flow step. And back to the filtering, this only happened for the rows that were visible. The invisible ones didn't get updated. There were not a lot of them though, but you can see there are gaps here in the results. So That is the push functionality. I don't want to waste your time and go into insert, delete, and upsert. There are similar operations. You guys are, I'm sure, all familiar with the differences. Just a little quick overview: the insert will create new records in Salesforce. Delete will delete records, just push them, move them to the recycle bin. And upsert is a create or update based on an external ID column. So that's it. And then let me move over to the schedule. So that's the third part of the plugin, which joins the first two together and lets you schedule anything that I've just done can be scheduled to be done automatically offline. So the idea here is this. This spreadsheet is called demo, and it's saved in SharePoint right now. I don't think, yeah, well, it is. You see, autosave is on, so that means it's in SharePoint. And whenever you have something saved in SharePoint, the scheduler becomes available, and you can schedule the pull or push. Let's do pull for hourly, daily, or weekly run. There are some options here with emails and logging, and that's it. As soon as you do that, you can close your document, go home, and every night at midnight, it will come into your SharePoint, connect to your Salesforce, connect to your SharePoint, refresh the data, and when you come back to work in the morning, your data is as of the midnight. Or you can have it refresh every 5 minutes if you want to. The same with push, which is you should be careful with that, because you don't want to schedule to insert records every 5 minutes and then end up overflowing your Excel or your Salesforce org. But the possibility is there, and people are using it. The common use cases when there's a spreadsheet out on SharePoint where users without Salesforce accounts, and that's a way to save on Salesforce licenses, log into that Excel, punch in the daily data, and close Excel. During the night, the scheduler comes in, picks up the data, uploads it to Salesforce, and you can have theoretically just one Salesforce license with multiple field agents entering data to it. And I'm almost done. One other thing that we have is a little security layer on top of Salesforce security. So I get this question a lot about security. All Salesforce security settings, your role and profile combination, that all comes in play here. And there's no other way. That's how Salesforce API works. So it's all respected. However, we added one more layer on top of it, and we offer a different license that's called Team Player. So what I was using right now is called Enterprise Admin. That has all the features there. You can create all these data sources, all the flow steps to run. But the Team Player, and I'm on a trial, so I can switch between different editions. Let me switch over to here. So this abstracts, not even abstract, it limits access for the users to the push function. So you can see there's no delete, insert, update buttons. And it's a concern for a lot of companies. They don't want their users to be pressing the delete button or insert records. So what it gives them access to, though, is these flow steps that the admin has created before. So as a regular sales reps who works for a company and just needs to update their numbers on opportunities, they can simply use the Team Player edition, come in here, work on the data, and just click run. So as long as the data is correct, it will all get pushed, and that's it. So they can also refresh the data sources. We didn't limit access to SOQL because our thinking is it's read only. So you can pull data, but you can't damage anything in Salesforce. And I hope I didn't bore you to death, guys. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Any questions at all? Feel free to unmute. How many of you are using this tool? So I'm guessing that there are a few of you. Thumbs up or anything like that to communicate is fine. All right. I will tell you that anytime I have to manipulate data in Salesforce for a customer, this is where I go to do it. If I have to load data for customers, this is where I do it. I love the fact that I don't have to create CSV files. I love that I can just be in Excel the entire time, pull the data down that I need, push it up after I've made my changes. I can save the Excel file if I choose to, which then gives me a history of here's what I just did for that account. It's just the amount of time it saves, and some of those everyday things that you do is just enormous. I've got a customer who has to run, I want to say it's like a half a dozen reports on an annual basis from Salesforce, and they're going in and manipulating some information and having to pull those all down manually. And using this tool, they can simply hit the refresh button once they've got it set up, and all those reports instantly come down into Excel for them. Saves them a huge amount of time. So again, anytime you're dealing with data, or even reports that you need to extract, it's a fantastic tool. Fantastic tool.
Thank you, Terry. Thanks so much. And just I forgot the main part. So here's my email address.
One question, if we have time. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
In the chat, Sean asked if this is based on CSV files versus fully formatted XLSX.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Yeah, so this is fully formatted XLSX. So you work directly, and I just pasted the website and my email address to the chat window. You work from Excel. There's no CSV here. You just save it as an XLS. You can have your formatting. You can format your data any way you want to do. Like let's say the dollar signs here, for example. Right, to the currency, and it all looks nice. But whenever you want to refresh, we don't touch your formatting at all. So the data will come in as CSV, but we will do all the work behind the scenes to update the spreadsheet and preserve the formatting.